the leader's auxiliary flag, and lastly, the national flag, the Nigerian flag, which is our symbol of national unity. We have among our flag bearers distinguished men and women of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria and indeed the leader's auxiliary. These are the carriers of our symbols, our identity, and our pride as a people. We have this morning leading our color party, playing Samuel Alili Ayuba from Kaduna Baptist Conference, and we have amongst the flag bearers, playing Peter Olabayo Oderino, Ambassador Extraordinary Boshet Jagaba, Ambassador Extraordinary Oluwale Michael, and Lydia Ademo Tabita Oluwatoyosi.
Shoulders! Oops! Hands on to the close! Take post on the parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the Air Marshal of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria, Councillor Bitebo Eregoba.
Present! Oh. Shoulders! Arms!
The Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria, having been in existence for over 100 years and spread across the Nigerian Baptist Convention, are privileged and blessed to be run and overseen at this point by the man who just took the salute, Councillor Bitebo Eregoba. Announcing the arrival of the MMU National President, Dr. Shoei Ashau.
General Salute! Present! Arms! Shoulders! Arms!
The man who just took the salute is our MMU National President, The MMU National President serves as a father figure to the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria. The MMU have been taking charge of the Ministry of the Royal Ambassadors for over 60 years now, and they've been doing so very well. Announcing the arrival of our global leader, the president of the Men's Department, Baptist World Alliance.
Shoulders, arms.
That was our one-time Marshal, a one-time MMU National President, and now at the global level, Dr. Dawari George. Announcing the arrival of our National Lydia President, Missionary Joyce Marcos.
Shoulders, arms.
That was the #1 leader of the Nigerian Baptist Convention. This one microphone. Anyway, they say they have gone for one.
Right. Standard eyes.
It is remarkable to recount once more that since the convention started on Saturday, the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria have had almost a week-long full of activities. Before the opening ceremony on Saturday, about 500 Royal Ambassadors were at Ofada Town for the National Pre-Convention Mission Outreach, and to the glory of God, it was a wonderful outing. The mission outreach is usually the first part of the annual session for the Royal Ambassadors. During the mission outreach, the Royal Ambassadors had time to reach out to the unreached, to strengthen those who are weak in the faith, and also to observe some moment of ranking exercises, which covers for the defense of all intending ambassador plenipotentiaries. National officers were there alongside all of the intending plenipotentiaries, and soon those who have been certified to be successful will have themselves promoted to the prestigious rank of ambassador plenipotentiary. Mission has remained a core activity of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria, and it doesn't look like we are going to step down anytime soon. As a matter of fact, more ways, means, and resources are devised to see how the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria can continue to do more in the mission front. At this point, we will want to inform all of our distinguished audience here present at the BICC and all of our viewers at home. We say this confidently because this parade this morning is covered live by the New Frontiers Television. The New Frontiers Television is our own Baptist media outlet that has been very useful in projecting the image and the activities of the Nigerian Baptist Convention. And they've been doing so at top level. We give kudos to all of the management staff and all of their field workers. People have called from home to remark about following through all that has been going on in the course of the convention in session. And we are sure they will have a wonderful view this morning. As earlier established, we want to still plead, if you are not an official photographer, please respect the sanity of the parade ground and do not overstep your bounds. If you are not an official photographer, you should not move around and you should not step on the parade ground. Please, do not feel offended if any of our protocols confront you for your misconduct. Please.
So you run this one.
We have already on the parade this morning our president from the Baptist World Alliance Men's Department. He is next to our national president of the Men's Missionary Union, who is next to our Array Marshal of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria. And next to him we have the director of the Men's Missionary Union, the Men's Department of the Convention. And next to him, we have the chairman of our National Patrons Forum. This morning as well, we have the Marshal of the Royal Ambassadors of Africa, who is the immediate past Marshal of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria. We have the Vice President of the MMU, alongside other council members of the Men's Missionary Union of the Nigerian Baptist Convention. We have as well the National Secretary of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria, alongside other council members, array directors, all across the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria. On the Lydia's front, we have the Lydia's national president, alongside some of her conference presidents, all present here this morning. You are all welcome. We have our media team, the Media and Publicity Unit of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria, ably led by the National PRO, Councillor Adisa Buxton. He is supported by capable hands, people fetched from across various media outlets and establishments across the Federation. We have the National Editor-in-Chief of the Embassy Watch magazine, Councillor Balogun Johnson, here present. We have plenty Amos Barnabas Kadanga here present. We have plenty Michael Babatunde here present. And plenty Adeniran Adewi here present. We have our IT consultant who manages all of our ICT tools, plenty Prince Dairo. You're welcome, sir.
So, Michael, once we have to start the parade, so
In a moment, the parade will commence as we await the arrival of the reviewing officer of this parade. And it is my pleasure to tell you that that man whom the Lord has given the responsibility to lead the Nigerian Baptist Convention at this moment, and also doubles as the president of the All African Baptist Fellowship, our own Reverend Dr. Israel Adelani Akonji, is right here on the parade ground, and in a moment, it will step up to take up the reviewing assignment this morning. Our mothers are here with us. The Lydia Director of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Pastor Mrs. Matilda Oyekale. The GA Director is also here. Pastor Dr. Mrs. Olaide Ogunleye. The Sunbeam Director of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Pastor Mrs. Ekundayo Olalere. And the WMS Director, Mrs. Mary Olaniyan. We are also blessed with the presence of the Pastor's Wives Fellowship President of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Mrs. Grace Oladosu. The wives also have a president. Oh, okay. Continue. I thought he was coming down. I thought he was coming down.
It's like they are adjusting his dress. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we love to remind you that this morning we have 17 squads on parade, and they are as follows: Bowen University, Côte d'Ivoire, Edo, Ekiti, FCT, Gongola, Ibadan, Kaduna, Lagos Central, Lagos East, Lagos West, Northwest, Okeogun, Oyo, Plateau, Rivers, and Southern Kaduna Baptist Conference represented on parade this morning. We have several appointments, most remarkably the Color Party. And then we have our band session, who continue to provide us with melodious rhythm that the squadsmen will continue to march to. We have over 50 bandsmen this morning, led by our national band leader, Councillor Okechukwu Ochoma. He has serving as his drum major this morning, Ambassador Kadi Joel. This national band is composed of skillful royal ambassadors from across the Nigerian Baptist Convention, handling instruments or another. We encourage you to call your family and church members at home to have a view of the parade this morning.
Right.
Encourage your family members at home to join in viewing the parade this morning on channel 285, NFTV, the New Frontiers Television on Star Times. It will be very good that they join us even in the comfort of their homes and offices this morning. As highlighted earlier, the activities of the Royal Ambassadors in the course of this annual session started with the mission outreach, after which we had the RA session, which held on Monday morning. And in the course of that session, we received reports of our progress for the past year.
The parade will begin right now as the reviewing officer, our own father, the president of the convention, elegantly takes up his position. Please welcome Reverend Dr. Israel Adelani Akonji with his lovely wife, Pastor Mrs. Victoria Akonji.
We've had the national salute, which signifies the official commencement of the parade proper. We join the RA Marshal and the MMU National President in welcoming our review officer, the convention president, who is here alongside with his wife, our mommy Sunshine. In his entourage, we have with him the chairman of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Yusuf Gwada, who is also here with his beautiful wife. We have with them as well the host of this year's annual session,
2024, 111 Super Centenary Convention Parade for more. 442 array leaders, 52 appointments on parade. Right, ready for your inspection, sir.
The RA National Commandant, Councillor Ayuba Daniel Buku, has graciously requested that our special guest, the review officer of today's parade, our convention president, should kindly inspect the parade this morning. Accompanying our review officer this morning is the RA Marshal, Councillor Bitebo Eregoba post-plenty. To beautify their movement, we have the flag boys who lead the team and take the lead as our special guest will inspect the parade. Can we please appreciate our national leaders, our special guest, the convention president, as he takes this long walk. Hello. Hello.
As the reveal officer inspects the royal ambassadors and ladies in their uniform, how well dressed they are, I'm also glad this morning to announce the presence of the men of the Nigerian Army from 174 Battalion, Odonguyan Ikorodu. They are here this morning to assess and to remark accordingly as the performance to which each of the squad will do this morning. We are also glad that in this meeting, as we celebrate the 111th annual session of the convention in session, which is spiritually tagged as Super Centenary program, we are trusting God that as this program advances this morning, the blessings of this moment be ours in Jesus' name.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in the course of the RA session which held on Monday, the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria had cause to increase in her fold of national patrons, 23 capable men spread across the Nigerian Baptist Convention, men who have distinguished themselves in their various spheres of life and have been adjudged to be useful tools that are capable in helping in the ministry of reconciliation in the MMU and particularly Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria. In the course of the session as well, the RA Marshal and his council approved of honoring 3 distinguished Baptist men with the prestigious honor of post plenipotentiary. And we have amongst them 2 past marshals of the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria and the current serving national president of the Men's Missionary Union, Dr. Peniel Asau. It must be emphasized that the honor of being a post-pleni, it's something that the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria hold in very high esteem. Little wonder that very few have been privileged to adorn with that honor since it began in 2014 in Molete Baptist Church, when the Royal Ambassadors was still led by our father, who is now serving as the director of the Men's Missionary Union, the Reverend Dr. F.A.S.
Sir,
Akinola.
at the end of the inspection, may I have your permission to carry on with the rest of the parade?
At the end of the inspection, the parade commandant has sought for an express permission to proceed with the rest of the parade. And your guess can be as good as mine that our convention president has graciously given his permission, his consent, and his blessings that we proceed with the parade proper. Our national leaders, distinguished guests this morning, can we continue to celebrate our father? Can we continue to celebrate our father? The long walk across the squares on parade is as though he has flown and traveled across the Nigerian Baptist Convention, including the conference in Cote d'Ivoire. It hasn't been an easy walk, but our strong and vibrant, ever youthful convention president, gallant in all doings, has been able to do so. Can all national officers give a salute to our national leader as he takes his position on the saluting dais for us to proceed with the rest of the parade? We have in our midst this morning members of the EC of the convention whom have come to support our president. You're all welcome.
Right! From Tuna, we form 3 ranks. Form 3 ranks. And stand to the colors. Take pose.
Is it now?
I have not seen the president.
Reverend Dr. Mrs. Rachel
Right! We must pass in slow and quick time. Division into column. Back right, right well. Slow march.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the voice of the national commandant, that signals the beginning of the parade in earnest. And we have marching by in that order. First, At the front, our own prestigious university, the Bowen University Iwo. And leading the squad,
as the parade breaks into slow march order, I'm pleased to announce the arrival of Reverend Dr. Mrs. Rachel Lateju, the WMU Director.
leading the Bowen University squad, we have their commander, Ambassador Amadiko Polycarp. The sub-guard commander, Ambassador Adebayo Adedolapo. The second sub-guard, the Lydia sub-guard commandant, Lydia Oluwafemi Ireyimika. And we have behind them the CSM, Ambassador Oluwabiyi Boluatife. And the director of the Royal Ambassadors of Bowen University Iwo is Ambassador Adekunle Promise. Coming immediately behind Bowen University is the parade squad of the Edo Conference, the host conference of this annual convention in session.
Coming behind Bowen University is Edo Baptist Conference, and Edo Baptist Conference is led by Ambassador Elimelech Kiari, and the sub-guard commander is Ambassador Plenny Ernest Emaye. The commander of Edo Baptist Conference is Ambassador Precious, and the sub-guard commander is Ambassador Elimelech Kiari and Lydia Ake Jennifer. Following Edo Baptist Conference this morning is Ekiti Baptist Conference. The director of Ekiti Baptist Conference is Councillor Oluwasami Bodunde, and the Lydia president is Lydia Olamiju.